Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, fellow Rotarians and lots of guests. I am Christine Amin. I am the president of this Rotary Club, and I have a few announcements, and then I'm going to get right into guests. First off, today's meeting is powered up by Dolly Parton's Imagination Library, which is a book gifting program that mails high quality, age appropriate books each month to children from birth to age 5 at no cost to the family. This early literacy initiative supports brain development and school readiness during a child's most critical learning years. Funded locally by Greenville First Steps, Imagination Library helps build strong readers, families, and communities. For more information, you can visit greenvillefirststeps.org to sign up. So thank you for that. I have some more announcements. So as we all know, Rotary's motto is service above self, and we are a service organization. Our service together foster opportunities for connections that form relationships. We encourage you to participate in the holiday fair and at least one other service project. Do you have a service project in mind that we're not doing yet? Please bring it to the board of directors and we'll be happy to talk about it. Service opportunities for this month. Alexander Elementary School needs Rotary readers. Anybody interested in that? They should contact Scott Powell. Speaking of holiday fair, donations are needed for the silent auction as part of our fundraiser. And I saw Jane here earlier. Jane, if you'd raise your hand, if you have any items that you want to donate to the silent auction, please see her today. They also need sponsorships for Rotary for the holiday fair. So again, Jane, if you are interested in sponsoring. This Thursday at 9:30 a.m. at a Child's Haven, which is one of our projects, service projects that we are working on. They are having a Lifting Lives coffee. So you can go to a Child's Haven. They're going to have a coffee. They're going to take people on a tour of a Child's Haven. If you've never been there, it is a phenomenal child development campus. Very interesting place, and I encourage you to go. And they are looking for chaperones for some field trips. And at first, we were just going to publish all the field trips in our newsletter for y'all to look at, and then we thought, maybe that's not the best way to do that. So if you are interested in being a chaperone, if you would just contact a Child's Haven, and I believe in the weekly newsletter, there was an email address that was put on there for you to contact somebody. Okay, so with that, I am going to move on to, let's do guests first, and then I'll come back to the rest of my opening. Okay, who has guests? I know Derek has a lot of guests today. Okay. Anybody else have guests? Oh, Ryan has guests. I know that now I feel like I'm playing Happy Bucks. Okay.
Hello, Rotarians. Ryan Thackeray here, proud parent of 2 Greenville County School students. My guest today is Tony Threet, and Tony and I serve, I said right, sorry, I'm not nervous. Tony and I serve together on our community neighborhood pool board. I guess we're suckers for community service and civic service, and invited to come here and learn about Rotary today. Tony works for, I had it pulled up on LinkedIn, Provider Trust, and my nonprofit brain doesn't understand what they do, but they streamline payer credentialing by linking real-time provider profiles with verified credentials. May make sense in your husband's world or something. I'm not quite sure. But Tony's a guest and hopefully a new member of our club. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, another guest. Jane has a guest.
Hi, I'm thrilled to introduce my pastor, Reverend Karen Jones. Obviously, we have a great church. It's wonderful, and she is a very kind, capable, funny, wonderful, caring person, and we are thrilled that she is joining. Is a guest. Yes, it's joining. So yes, we're thrilled. Thank you.
Looks like Roger has somebody.
Yes, I'm proud to introduce Tom Hendricks, one of my neighbors and good friends, and recently retired from Florida, and he's joining us, hopefully joining the club soon here. We also have some other Discover Rotary people. Michael Murphy is with us as well. Raise your hands. Okay, there we go. Thank you.
Okay, guest. Anybody else? Guest. Okay. We'll catch her later. Yes, we'll catch her later. Okay. Remind me, Lisa. All right. I know this is so hard on the camera, people.
Alex Darst. I've got David Hahn with me today. He's from Lending Path Mortgage. We do first-time home buyer seminars every quarter, so it's good to have him join us today.
Thank you. Thank you. Anybody? Any guests over here? Okay. I got more. Scott.
So we have with us today Kenny George. Kenny is a former school administrator or teacher and is currently started a nonprofit that actually works to send teachers on educational trips. So welcome to Kenny.
Thank you. Okay, last call for guests. Anybody going once, going twice? Okay. Thank you. If everybody would give all of our guests a warm round of applause, that would be awesome. Okay, I am moving on to my positive thought for the day. No one gets to decide how empowered you are except for you. Take center stage and accept the spotlight. Lead by example. Do what makes you proud and shine brightly. And courageously show us how it's done. Decide to show up in the world as the empowerment, powerful being that you are. I think that is a great segue to teaching. So, and if you will all stand, we'll say the Pledge of Allegiance together. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hi, I'm Brian Beret. For those of you who don't know me, I'm the general manager at Merrill Gardens. We are a senior living community downtown Greenville. I joined Rotary, I guess a little over a year ago. And last year I worked on the silent auction committee. And Jane somehow coaxed me into chairing the committee this year. So I have the pleasure of working with Christine Thomas, Pam Weaver, Lauren Nichols, Ryan Thackeray, and Thomas Sanders, and Jane on the silent auction committee. Last year, we had 64 items donated. We raised about $15,000. Jane is pushing us this year to get over 100 items donated and a goal of $20,000. We all have our professional and personal connections. I would like to ask you all a favor and just reach out to one of them before our next meeting. See if there's something that you can get donated. We're looking for experiences, gift baskets, tickets, spa packages, anything that you think could sell. Every item counts, every dollar helps. Again, that's all I really got, but if you got anything, please reach out to me. Me or Jane, we're happy to discuss and whatever. So thank you.
I'm back again. I'm here to introduce our new member video. Is Tom here? Tom, there he is right there running our camera. So what's that? So one new member video today, and the important disclaimer I always say, they pick their own walk-up music. And that'll be really important at our next meeting. I won't be here to say that, but please keep it in mind when you see that video.
Yes, my name is Tom Murphy, married. I have 3 children. Was born in Florida and moved away to California. Spent 30 years there in the homeowner association industry and retired in 2021 and returned to Greenville and been here about 2 years. Yes, I joined the Rotary Club of Greenville because I was previously in the Rotary Club in Stockton, California for a few years and even served as president. So I wanted to get involved in the Greenville community. It's the best way to communicate with your leaders in the cities and learn so much about the community you live in. Yes, my first service would be Alexandria Elementary. Helped out with the food distribution earlier this year, and I think it was February. I've already gotten involved in a couple other committees like the Rebuild Upstate, We Built a Deck, the AV committee. If you've seen me there working on the projector, and I want to continue with the Rebuild Upstate to get that committee going a little further, along with the Veteran Affairs.
And new members, remember, you can't get your blue badge until you've signed up to get your new member video made. So give me a shout and we'll get it arranged. Takes 10 minutes. Derek?
This is a really special day for me. There was a time in my life where I was a school board member. I am now a recovering elected official. And so I am no longer one of those people, but I can say for the last 5 years, being an elected official and serving on the school board is a really challenging experience. And I want to say a special thank you to the school board members who are here. Ann Presley is here from the district, Scott Klein, Michelle Goodwin-Caldwell, Anne-Marie Middleton, Angie Mosley, Chuck Sailors, Glenda Morrison-Fair, and Carolyn Stiles, who is the board chair. And so just a special thank you to all of you for your service. We're going to accomplish 2 things today. We're going to hear from Superintendent Royster about the state of the district and what's going on with the district. And then we have with us today several of the district's Teacher of the Year finalists, and we'll hear from the district's Teacher of the Year. But first, Dr. Royster, as he makes his way up, told me not to give a whole lot of comments about him, so I would just say this. Serving with Dr. Royster for 8 years on the board, I have never known someone who is so detail-oriented and can remember a number for eternity, and yet still has the level of compassion and empathy that you would need to really make sure that all children succeed. And it was a real privilege to serve with you, and I'm really thrilled to introduce you, so thank you.
Thank you, Derek. Thank you, Derek. I'm a little disappointed that neither you nor I got any walk-up music, but and I'll try not to share too many details like Derek referred to, but I do have a few I want to share with you. Particularly, some of you here may know a lot about the schools. I heard several people comment they have children in school. Several of you I know have very direct connections with the school district, but a lot of you don't. Or if you have children in school, you tend to have a direct connection with your children's school or schools as they go through the system, and maybe not so much so with the district itself or the other schools in the district. So we are unique in South Carolina. We're the largest school district in the state, and we're the 44th largest one in the country. And there's 14,000 school districts in America. So that may give you an idea about how large most of the 14,000 are. And when you get above us as far as rank, some of those districts are extremely large, 3, 4, some of them 10 times our size. But we are different here, but we are also similar to other districts. We serve a rural, a suburban, and an urban population. You'll see a little bit about us. We're right around 78,000 students. I think this one shows us being 43rd in the country. That changes year to year, depending on what time of the year you look at it. We have 12,000 employees. 6,000 of them are teachers. You'll see, you met some of them just a minute ago. We are governed by a 12-member elected board, and were it not for them setting the expectations that they set, providing the resources that they provide, the things that I'm going to share with you in a few minutes would not be possible. About 14% of our students choose to go to school somewhere other than where they're zoned to go. We got 19,000 members of the PTA. Our buses, any of you get behind a bus this morning? If you didn't, you'll get behind one on the way home. Because they run 38,000 miles a day. That's a lap and a half around the earth at the equator. I'm sure that immediately came to your mind because you remembered like 7th or 8th grade geography or science, so you immediately knew that. And you'll see bottom there, our teacher turnover rate's about 10.5%. Compared to the state, we're significantly below that. And that's hugely important, particularly now when there is such a shortage of teachers. And fortunately, we started school, we had a certified teacher in place in every classroom in the district. It's becoming more and more difficult to do. See a little bit about our facilities. You'll see that we have 106 active facilities, 84 of which were newly constructed or renovated in the past, really 20 years. Our district covers 800 square miles. We maintain 13.1 million square feet of buildings, 3,000 acres of ground. Now stop for a minute and think about what it takes you to take care of your yard and your house. So you kind of imagine the challenge our facilities people have. These are new additions since 24 and 25. You'll see our newest facilities, Innovation Center at Roper Mountain, new elementary, Reedy Laurel. So this will, how many of you are from Greenville? Where J.L. Mann used to be. Now, the rest of you, that may not mean quite as much, but it's in the city of Greenville, over there, sort of between Lawrence Road, where it intersects the interstate. We started turning dirt yesterday for a new Northwest Middle School to replace the existing building. And we are scheduled to open a new Bryson Middle School in August of 28. Bryson's the school that sits right next to Hillcrest High School when you go down 385. A little bit about kind of the financial basics of the district. We are over $1 billion enterprise. But that translates into $66 a day per student. That's the day they're in school. Now you think about your child goes to school all day, stay there, under our supervision. We're providing a whole lot more than supervision for $66. Roughly a school day 6.5 hours. Not counting if they get there early, leave a little bit later, ride the bus. $10 an hour, right? How many of you have children at home that you have to have somebody watch when you're not there? Anybody gonna watch them for $10 an hour? If they say they will, don't hire them. We have the 8th lowest per pupil expenditure in the state of South Carolina. The 8th lowest. There's 73 regular school districts. It's really because there's so much difference in size, kind of hard to compare what a district spends to another unless you look at it per pupil. We have the lowest administrative cost in South Carolina, less than 1%. We're ranked 73rd, but the important fact in there is that's less than a penny out of the dollar. And you see this financial award, excellent for 39 years. Now here's where we spend our money. That's the FY25 general budget. Teachers and instructional aides, $547.5 million. All other employees, 303.4 million. All other expenditures, 71.5. That's the general fund budget. We have some special revenue budgets. Get some money to serve students with handicapping conditions, IDEA money, which currently pays for about 16% of the cost of educating a student with a handicapping condition. So it doesn't come anywhere near covering the total cost of Title I for schools in poverty. You all work with Alexander. It's a Title I school because of the level of poverty of students in that school. So that shows you a little bit about where that goes. A little bit about our students. About 56% of pupils in poverty, as determined by these factors. The state determines that. We don't self-report our poverty. 23.3% of our students are multilingual learners. Right at 16% of our students receive special ed services. And about 2.5% of our students are homeless. And that's the federal definition of homeless, which you all may or may not know. That doesn't mean that they're necessarily sleeping on a park bench at night or they don't have a place to go. They do not have a stable home to go to. They may go from relative to relative or be in a by-the-week rental property. So a little bit about our academics. We outperform the state at every grade level in ELA and math. Our schools at the elementary level, 68% of them increased their math and ELA scores from 23 to 24. And 81% of our middle schools maintained their increased ELA from 23 to 24. The reason that's 24 data is we have the 25 data right now. It's embargoed, so I'm not supposed to tell you that it's better than this. I guess I can tell you, guys, to tell you how much I'm going to do. 100% of our high schools showed growth from 23 to 24 in ELA, math, science, and U.S. history. Those are the 4 end of course tests. From the 3rd grade to the 8th grade, basically our students take standardized tests in ELA and math. Get to high school, they take those 4. In our 24 report cards, 88% of our schools were excellent, good, or average. 31% of them were excellent. They're calculating that right now for last year. We don't have it yet. Class of 25 earned $169 million in scholarships. Our graduation rate last year was 88.7%, the highest it's ever been. That's a 22.5% increase since 2012. 16.3 points. And in the middle of that, they recalculated how they calculate graduation rate. So if you went to adult ed, it got counted as a dropout as opposed to counting as being transferred to another diploma earning program. So despite that change, we're still right at 89%. This is kind of the center point of what I want to talk with you about for just a couple of minutes. We want our students to graduate, and you saw that graduation rate sitting right about 89%. When your child graduates, we want them to have college credit or industry certification or both. So that when they leave, they already have a step towards their next step. Not only that, it shows, in a minute I'll show you about college and career ready. It shows they're college and career ready. You got a transcript with college courses on it. You've got an industry certification that if you went through the EMT program and got certified this year in high school, you can go to work as soon as you finish that certification as an EMT or a firefighter or a welder or go into a machine shop, operate in machine tool technology. But to look first at the college side, our students earned this past year right under 14,800 dual credit hours. That's just dual credit. College level course, you have to make a C or higher to get the college credit for it. And because of the articulation agreements in the state, transfer into any university in our state and most outside of our state. The predominance of those are with Greenville Tech. We do have agreements with other institutions, but predominantly the larger bulk of those numbers are Greenville Tech. We don't yet have the AP numbers for this past year. Last year, the AP exam qualified our students for a little over 18,000 hours college credit. So if you look back to that 30,000 and whatever this number here will be this year, which will be more, what immediately does that mean if you're the parent of one of those students? If you're the parent of a child going to college, what's one of the first concerns you have? That's free. All that's free. AP, free. You got to pass AP. You got to make a 3 or better on that. We only count 3 or better. All the agreements we have, Greenville Tech, some of Clemson, we had some of NC State. Those are at no cost to our students or to their parents. We put a little bit into that. Greenville Tech, through funding they have from the state, puts considerable amount into that. So those credits are being earned by our students and your children for free. Industry certification. In 2016 and 17, our students earned 601. 600. Last year, 13,384. Now, inside some of those certifications, some of them are actually dual credit certifications. So they're getting credit at Greenville Tech for technical areas. Could be welding, could be machine tool, could be another area there, mechatronics. So up to 13,000. We call that graduation plus if you get one or the other or both. So you can see there that 81% of our graduates got a G plus. So in the class with 5,237, 4,243 of them earned that distinction. Our goal is 100%. And you see in 21, we really started this initiative about 2014. These are the descriptions of some of them. I won't go into all those because I used to be in Rotary, and I know when it reaches that time, y'all all get up and learn. Work-based learning, which is the pinnacle of work-related opportunities we provide. The takeaway from this is we had 2,178 students in those interns, co-ops, and apprenticeships. We have far more demand than we have places to put them. We need your help with that to engage our students working for you in your business or industry. And we hire them within the district. We're not asking anyone to do what we're not going to do. This is why our teacher salary total amount is so high. That's the key to us keeping and recruiting quality teachers. And with our board's support, several years, we've steadily increased what we're able to pay teachers. The starting salary for this year is $51,180. And it's only been about 4 or 5 years ago that we got to 40. That makes a tremendous difference. And it also makes a tremendous difference that we've been able to raise pay for teachers throughout our system, whether they're the least experienced or the most. So now if you've been here long enough, you have a doctorate, you can make over $100,000. But now you got to been around about 34, 35 years. Because we also want them to stay. And we were the first district in our state to get over 40,000 starting to pay. You see how we compare now. Unfortunately, we've dropped a little bit this past year, but inside that number, the year we're going into, inside that number, there's only a few $100s that separates like number 4 from number 12 or 13. And in 25, 26, we're number 11. That's our average teacher salary. 64,400. Don't have a state average this year, but we're probably close to that $3,400 above the state average. Because we're competing with everybody around us for teachers. We're competing with Pickens, Anderson, Spartanburg, everybody around us. Be glad to answer any question that you might have if it's brief, because I don't want to take too much time.
Thank you so much, Dr. Royster. We appreciate your time with us. One of the relationships that the Rotary has with the school district is our work at Alexander Elementary School, and the other is that we help support the Teacher of the Year process. So every school in the district selects a Teacher of the Year nominee, and that person is that school's Teacher of the Year, and then a committee is formed of individuals from throughout the community, including former Teachers of the Year, and one member of this Rotary to serve on the selection committee, and that was my placement this year. We had the privilege of working with Scott Powell, who did that for years before me, and I thank you for your work on that. We reviewed all the Teacher of the Year applications, and we narrowed it down to 10, and then we were able to visit all of those teachers. And so we're going to stop for a second and show some videos of some of the Teacher of the Year finalists, and then we're going to hear from this year's District Teacher of the Year.
A, B, C, D, E. K4 is the place to be. Good. As a teacher, I strive every day to create a loving, safe environment for my children. And I thought, wow, if I can do this for my own child, I want to do this for other children to help them get ready for elementary school so that they would have a smooth transition. You're going to be amazing readers. I feel like being a teacher is like being an actress. Can you hop like a bunny? Hop, hop. Especially for K4 children because they love everything that you do. Can you clap your hands? So I love being able to be the fun creator. I'm in the midst of all the fun and them learning so much that they don't even realize because they're loving it so much. Oh, I'm gonna get you with this one. I get up every morning still super excited about being able to help these little ones to learn how to navigate through a school day. Ian's on his spot. Yes, he is. That we are on this educational journey together. Boys and girls, you did.
We're just going to plot it. So all you're going to do is move it. I've been teaching at Hollis for 4 years. If you agree with her, clap twice. Okay, good. And in high school, I had this one teacher that formed a really positive relationship with me and would ask me how I was doing every day. And that really meant a lot. I didn't feel invisible anymore. What is the relationship between the 7 and the thousands place? So I really wanted just to be like her, and that really made me want to be a teacher. I'm in the military too. I went from National Guard to Army Reserve, and I remember one time when I was kind of deployed, I had this huge rucksack, and I could not carry it. Everyone was walking ahead of me, and I really associated it with teaching because at that moment, I felt like what a struggle was. I felt what determination was. I felt how it feels when kids don't give up.
9 and 5'8".
So I think when people see me, they should know that every single student that I've had or that I will have, I believe in them. I believe in their potential.
How many more than, or how much more means to add or subtract?
I believe in their greatness. It brings me pride and it brings me joy.
I want you to write down everything you think of when you think of superheroes. This is my 3rd year at Riverside. I did know I was going to teach early on. I played school with my 3 siblings. I was always the teacher and made them be the students. You are going to collaboratively annotate a poem I think my love of reading and writing really comes out in everything I do. Free verse versus like a really strict poem that has like a double rhyme scheme. My biggest love and what fills my bucket every day is my students. I really like the challenge of helping my students, my struggling readers, and my students who don't love reading or writing. I really like that challenge of helping them find success. First and Sound gets the letter A. I love to see them grow. I love that they come back and see me after they're done with my semester class and they want to share with me their writings they've continued to do. And when they leave my classroom, I'm going to know that they found success. All right. So what are we doing and why are we doing it? And seeing them every day and year after year and watching them walk across that stage at graduation, it's just so fulfilling.
You're gonna do 3 things today. Can you show me 3 fingers?
I feel like I have kind of a legacy with Greenville County Schools. My dad was a plant engineer at the elementary school that I attended, so I got to see his love for the building, go up there in the summers and help, do the floors and, see that perspective of love and care of the building and the people that you work with. My grandmother, on the other hand, was a elementary school administrator, so she was the principal. And was with the district for 40 years. I hold my students accountable and, being able to love them and get to know them.
So pretend that this is the head, right?
Their connection with me is genuine and that I want them to love and grow and, be successful in life. I have learned that the biggest impact that you want to make on someone is positive.
That is so creative. I love that.
So if I'm positive each and every day and I'm grateful every day and I am helping build a community of learners each day, that's gonna have an impact. It's definitely fulfilling. Make the impact that I've, hopefully left on these children and parents.
After his death, Orion was placed among the stars.
Is fulfilling. It drives me every day.
Now we're going to welcome up Morgan to tell us a little bit about her work. I can say when we visited her, it was Survivor Week, and all of the students were competing against one another to share their knowledge. And I learned for the first time the difference between when a planet revolves and rotates. And I felt like I needed to call my teacher and tell them that I finally understood something. So, Ms. Smith.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we're about to do Survivor Week second go around for Rocker School Week in the end of September. And now we're going to get all the classes involved. So we're going to have several different class tribes. We're going to deck out the hallway. So it's going to be really cool. We're really excited about that and really glad that y'all could come and see that. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm really excited to be here with you today. I'm very honored to be named Greenville County Schools Teacher of the Year. And I can honestly say that the past 2 weeks have been such a whirlwind. We're all starting the first 2 weeks of school too, so it's a lot at one time, but very exciting. I'm so grateful and proud to share this recognition with the other incredible finalists. These teachers pour their hearts into their work, showing their commitment and passion that define our school district. Their effort showcases the profound and lasting impact teachers have on our students' lives and the greater area that we serve. So if you'll just give them one more round of applause. While I was writing this speech, I was reflecting on the first 2 weeks of the school year, and I found myself thinking about how teaching truly is one of the most rewarding jobs out there. There's something magical about the fresh start of each school year, even though seeing those sweet videos of our babies last year just pulls on your heartstrings. Meeting a new group of students is so exciting, and you get to learn about their interests, watching their personalities unfold, and just getting to know them. In just these past 2 weeks in my class, we've already explored so many fascinating things together. We've learned how dragon fruit grows, what football teams we're rooting for, discovered the basics of planting a garden, picked up new skills playing badminton, and even showed off some pretty cool gymnastics moves. What makes it even more special is that all of these experiences have come directly from the passions and curiosities of my students themselves, reminding me every day how powerful it is to connect learning with what truly inspires them. Every day as educators, we get to inspire curiosity, build confidence, and make real-world differences in our students' lives. Each child comes with their own story, challenges, and strengths, and it's a privilege to support them as they grow. While moments like this, being recognized by the people that we serve, are special, much of the hard work happens quietly. Early mornings, late nights, and countless small moments of encouragement and patience are the foundation of what teaching truly means, even if they don't always get noticed. With all of the gardening discussions I've been having lately at the lunch table, it gave me a new way to think about education as a plant. We often focus on the fruit, the test scores, the numbers and results, and Mr. Royster, we very much love all of those numbers and test scores and results. And while those are very important and amazing, they are really the outcome of investing in the roots, the people, the culture, and the relationships that help our students grow. Teachers play a crucial role in cultivating growth by guiding and encouraging each student to reach their full potential and blossom in their own unique way. Complementing this, partnerships with local organizations are vital because they strengthen the roots, providing support, resources, and opportunities that help our students and schools thrive from the ground up. Throughout my teaching career, I've been grateful to witness the powerful impact of local involvement in many areas of our school. From collaborations that help transform classrooms and spark student excitement for learning, to businesses stepping up to fund our annual tradition of 5th grade day t-shirts when the budget was short, and scholarships funded through community efforts that enable teachers to attend valuable training opportunities otherwise out of reach. These partnerships make a real difference in enriching our school environment and supporting both students and educators. The importance of such collaboration was made profoundly clear last year when our school endured the heartbreaking loss of one of our students, Bright Acoy. In response, our school and surrounding neighborhoods came together with compassion and strength to support our students and families during this difficult time. With nearly 20 days left in the school year, we recognized that these students needed more support than we could provide in those final days. Through partnerships with local organizations, our school created a summer camp specifically for the students affected by this tragedy. Throughout the entire summer, we offered safe spaces, meals, and activities each week to help our students feel cared for and heal. None of this would have been possible without the incredible support from everyone around us. This collective effort demonstrated the true power of unity, how coming together can nurture hope and resilience even in the face of a tragedy. I am currently working with our school's SIC Council to explore ways to make this program an annual resource for students in this neighborhood and the surrounding areas because ongoing support is essential to help our children continue to grow, heal, and thrive. This kind of partnership is exactly what the Greenville Rotary embodies. Your support reaches deep into the roots of our schools by recognizing and lifting up students and teachers, offering encouragement, resources, and opportunities that help everyone grow and succeed. When teachers and students feel supported and valued, their passion grows, and so do their achievements. We see this in better test scores, improved attendance, and most importantly, in the confidence and happiness of our students. Your commitment creates a culture of growth that benefits our entire region. So thank you, Greenville Rotary, for nurturing the roots of education. With your support, we're planting seeds that will grow into something truly remarkable, one student, one teacher, and one neighborhood at a time. Here's to a season of growth and plenty of blossoming ahead. Thank you.
We are so excited to be giving these teachers something that they deserve a lot, not more vacation, but or a car or anything, but our teachers are so valuable and they're just not paid enough. So we get to give them some money. Which also goes back to how important holiday fair is so that we raise money so that we can do this every year. And I'm so excited to be part of a club that does this. So I'm going to call up the third runner-up, Tarani Giselle Rice.
Thank you so much. Oh, I'm sorry. Can I hug you? I'm sorry. It's fine. Fine. Thank you.
Okay, we have to get a picture.
In the middle? Okay. Yay.
All right. And our second runner-up, Candace Brownlee Collins. And our first runner-up, Megan Warner. And finally, Morgan Smith. And will you bring that book up with you? Thank you so much. And I asked Morgan to sign our book today that will go to Alexander Elementary as Teacher of the Year. So let's see how much, oh gosh. I always have all these things that I want to say, and then I look at my watch and I know that you guys are, you have to get back to work. So I did mention holiday fair. This is why we do that fundraiser every year, to raise money so that we can give it away to somebody. Tom Murphy, the only reason I said I can't believe that we're just now doing your new member video is because you jumped into this club with all hands on deck, just joined committees, worked on rebuild, went to Alexander Elementary, and that's exactly what I was talking about when I first started this journey. That's what I want to see is E squared enthusiasm and engagement. And Tom just embodies that. So we are so glad to have you. Thank you to all the guests that came today, and we hope that you will become new members like Tom. Okay, so just one last thing, and then I'm going to get y'all out of here after the five-way test. So this past Saturday, about 6 of us went to a district training called How to Build a Vibrant Rotary Club. That's what we want for our club. We want to be a vibrant club. And so we're going to input a lot of those things that we learned, hopefully, over the next few months. But one of the things they talked about was a survey. Now, Roger sent out a survey when he was president, and he actually took the results of that survey and made some changes. And I have also talked to some people about how we could do things better. And one thing that was brought to my attention is we want more transparency. So I've already done 2 things. One, that was make the budget available to anybody that asked for it. And the other thing is we are putting our board of director meeting minutes on DACDB. So if anybody's interested in seeing those minutes, it's very exciting reading. But we just want to make sure that you don't think that there's some dark room somewhere where we're doing things and being secretive, okay? So that survey, we're going to do it again. We're going to do it every year from now on. It is going to come around, and I know you get a lot of surveys. I get a lot of surveys. But if you want any direct input into what this club is doing or what it could do, you got to respond to that survey, okay? So look for that in the next few weeks. And with that, it is 1 o'clock. Let's stand up, do the 5-way test. Of all the things we think, say, or do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? And will it be fun? All right.